Well, hello there. I am walking up to the Monroe Extension Garden, and I haven't touched it. I'm doing some fall prep / winter, and also going to be planting bulbs for the pollinators for next year. So I wanted to show you that what it looks like. So let me flip this camera around. Of course, they changed everything. Bear with me. So there you go. You can see frost came through. I'm going to be, this is very young asparagus. Once it goes yellow like that, you cut it about 6 to 8 inches above. Mulch it heavy. That one's ready too. So throughout here, you can see things came through like the frost and is helping me actually pull out the weeds really easy. What I am using for bulbs are all of these. So each one of these guys are the same. So what I cared about is when it blooms, when it comes up in, because they're all going to be different, and that it can handle the hardiness zone that I'm in, which is zone 6B. So every one of these will come up at different times. That's when I was going through and buying them. I was like, when would you bloom? Flowering time, June and August. This one is going to be May and July. These type is in April, May. The whole back here, I'll make some pathways, is going to be just dedicated flowers for the pollinators. What I already have is a wildflower that I will keep. I have a perennial here, this right here, forget the name of it, but I have echinaceas there. I'll take these and break them around, let the seeds, so I can keep having echinacea. Nothing wrong with that. So the other plan is to mow it down, all of these plants, and drop. I'm going to be continually allow the tomatoes in these beds, so it's okay that they have dropped. I will have them come up in the spring when it's ideal. Same with a lot of those peppers. What is this? Yeah. And the seeds of the basil, same thing, let them fly. So what we're going to be doing is bringing a tool and just mowing it down, and then just let it, break it up and just let it sit on the bed, because I want the beneficial bugs to have a environment to live in. The other thing that will survive winter is the green onion, and it will come back next year really awesome. It'll actually flower, which brings in food for our pollinators. And the smell deters what we don't want. I did cover crops all in this bed, and then garlics right there along the edge. So very nice. These guys are doing just fine, doing their job, keeping weeds at bay. Eventually that is what's going to happen with all these beds, is I will be doing cover crops at the end of the season. And what's cool about that mix is it has hairy vetch, which is a cold hardiness that can handle my zone, and it will actually come back in the spring. But what the cover crops have in it is radishes, kales, lettuces. Also, like I said, the hairy vetch, which is right there. It's kind of like a curly Q. That's the hairy vetch. but this, it can handle, it looks like it got a little bit of a frost on it, but all of this kale, so it would just hold the ground for me, keep a really good structure to the soil, will prevent trying weeds to kind of come through, and the legumes in this mix, the lentils, will actually collect it from the air and the environment and put little droplets in the roots of nitrogen. So there's a lot of fixtures when I will rotate this gently into the top layer of soil. I gotta get back to work, but I thought I would show you what I was doing.